Good morning all. My name is Haasa. So in my school today I learned about migration and I like to teach you about migration. So migration is nothing but traveling to place. It may be a short distance or long distance. So here below I am going to explain the differences between long and short distance. And here this is a long distance. So you are in India and this is USA. Right now, you like to travel there for some job or some family issues. Sometimes that is just called as long distance. So even sometimes if this is a continent, we can imagine this as a continent and continent to continent also is called as long distance. Now I'm going to explain you about the short distance. So you are in Hyderabad. You had a meeting to go to Delhi. So this is called short distance. You can travel city to city, that is also included. I like to share the types of migration with you. Internal migration, international migration, forced migration, temporary migration, and permanent migration. Now I like to explain about the types of migration. Internal migration is nothing but migrating in a short distance. Example, in a city to a city or state to state. Now you understood internal migration. The short distance and internal migration are same. A little bit changes must be there. So here I'm going to give you 10 seconds. Think in your mind. Should we start? 1, 2, 3, 10 seconds. Start right now. 10 seconds are over. So right now I think you had thought. So international migration is nothing but migrating in a long distance to a long distance. For example, to a country or continent to continent. I think since you saw the before one, you may have idea of this. So you may understood of this. If you really want to reflect upon this, you can pause the video and reflect. Here is the second one. The third one. Forced migration is nothing but somebody forced to migrate to a place. Example, they want to be with their family, but they will send them to search for a job. If you have a brother, maybe in the future, if your brother likes to stay with his family, but the family wants him to get a new job, then and they're trying to tell him that you can be with us after you search the job. So I think you need 10 more seconds. You can just pause the video and just find it out. So moving on, temporary migration. Temporary migration is nothing but a rent migration. In, in that place for some years or days. Example, when somebody comes for a country, they may stay for 2-3 years or a month. That is temporary migration. So it's directly telling that here is a real life example. So 3 years ago, I came to India. I stayed in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, which is UAE. So here I got a rented house for 2 years. And while the 2 years was going, my parents were searching for a permanent house. So the next one, if I explain you will understand what's a permanent house. It's like that. For 2 years I stayed over there. So right here, this is talking about permanent migration. Permanent migration is nothing but migrating to a place permanently. For example, for a country, we come and buy a house in a place permanently is called permanent migration. I think you understood because you listened to the temporary migration. And thank you for listening. I hope anything else you like to learn from me, you can keep in the comments below. Thank you for seeing this video.